Welcome to the A Hunt Through the Dark series. You are playing part 1, The Hunt Begins. This series requires to choose Elf as your race as well as Drow as your sub-race. Your character should start around level 4 or 5. As I can see, you already have chosen the Elven race. I will start to read in the Book of Stories now. Listen carefully, my child, for I don't like interruptions. Your sub-race build has been interpreted as Dark Elf Drow, and your abilities have been set accordingly. Excellent. What exactly does it mean? I have no idea. I'm sure it's very, very important. Being a low-ranking descendant of a lesser house of Menzo-Beranzan, life had only few options in the city of the Spider Queen. But then, 2 years after the gods walked the mortal land, Menzo-Beranzan, the metropolis of the Drow, was on the edge of destruction. Matron Mother Ben-Ray's failed attack on Mithril Hall, and her downfall after it, left the city weakened and the food storages depleted. Civil war arose as the noble houses fought each other in their struggle for rank and power after. The city drifted more and more into chaos until the Spider Queen herself decreed a ceasefire. But the damage was already done. Many of the lesser houses had vanished or bled out. The food storages were depleted, and most of the slaves, the backbone of Drow economy, were dead or gone. Hunting bands were sent out to make slaves and relieve the dire situation of the city. Such undertakings were usually far below the duty of nobility or even the clerical caste. But in this hour of need, many a priestess saw her chance to gain the favor of the Spider Queen. Being a well-reputed scout, this is your chance too. You arrive with the second shipment of militia at the hunter's camp of the young cleric, Iwiwin Tetnes, an ill-reputed but well-paying member of a high-ranking noble house. Just as her other scouts have found traces of a goblin campsite nearby. God damn it. Okay. Lomir Ilfakir. Finally, Mr. Spiwiwin is already growing tired waiting for you. The four of you may take a rest at the main camp. You. Our leader wants to see you immediately. Piwiwin Tetnes. Dangerous glint in her eyes. Finally you arrive. I don't like waiting. What's the reason of your delay? It is not my fault that we are late. The captain of the supply ships lost his way at the Giant's Chalice. It took us several phases of Narbondel to find you here. I'm not interested in your foolish excuses. Here, take this insignia. It will identify you as one of my group. Now listen. Your first assignment already waits for you. We can basically have two ways to complain about weariness. We need to be rested. Is it wise to send me out? Well, I don't want to really question her orders. That can only lead to trouble. A little bit of a rest would have been nice, but if your payment is adequate, what may I do for you? You walk the edge of the bottomless pit that is my retribution, you worthless wretch. Your tongue is not the weapon you need in my service. If you don't need it, then it can be removed. Now listen closely, for I will say this but once. So we can try to pick a fight with her. She's incredibly stupid. Forgive my impertinence. I was just thinking aloud. It will not happen again, my mistress. As you know, we are here to hunt for fresh slave stock. Our own goblin infiltrators reported a settlement of their kin to the east and south. You will find a cavern mouth which leads to their homes below us. As yet, they seem to be unaware of our presence. Find their settlement and slay any and all resistance. Get rid of the elders, but I require you to take their young and females, who will be used for breeding stock. Make sure they reach me alive. If you have questions, then ask. But my time is precious, so be quick. I really have to slay the elders. What if I encounter heavy defenses and need reinforcements? You are on your own. I need my troops here. Go to that mage over there and get some supplies if you need some. You may take anything from the supply crates in this cave, but make it quick and only come back when you have finished your task. Crates. Probably should take a sword. We already have a blunt weapon. Wouldn't hurt to have a bladed weapon. We have a chainmail. And that's a magical armor of some sort. Probably +1. Mild poison bolts. Paralytic bolt. Bolt. Acid arrow. I do intend to just sell some of that crap to the mage. So I find him. Okay, Drow Camp. Mistress Piwiwin. Adept Thriandir.
Taste the pain.
Yeah, taste the pain. That would be a good slogan for a produce.
Taste the pain. Die!
Where's the adept? I'm expecting resistance to be fairly heavy. Check out the western tunnel before you leave, Commander. The Risen has some problems there. They're giving me very decent amount of basic supplies, so I'm guessing there's gonna be stiff resistance. We should not be afraid to use boosting potions.
Yes.
Belia, is it? Are you here to prove or gain? One is not the other, and I cannot help but wonder about you. Yes. Forget my chatter for the moment. Tell Thriandir what it is you want. I am no recruit. Your leader hired my sword. I am in need of supplies, and you could provide much. You need, you need, you need. What about what I need, Belia? Just 10 of gold would persuade me to let you browse my inventory. What say you? I'm not gonna pay him. The question is how we are going to try to put him in his place. I'm not gonna go back to Mistress Tedness. She's not gonna give a shit. And it's a sign of weakness anyway. Do business with me or I'm going to tell my mom. It's not a it's a huge waste. The boss basically is not gonna put up with this shit. If you're gonna bother your boss with that kind of Mickey Mouse bullshit, it's just gonna get you in trouble. Mistress Peweewin sent me to restock my supplies. Show me your wares, wizard. In that case, look at my inventory for free. I insist. Praise be to the Spider Queen and her faithful. I got the impression that the wizard is testing us. See how we feel about things. In general, I think males don't give a shit. Because they're so mistreated. They really don't give a shit what happens. Their major concern is try to survive. Chainmail +1. We have some items we could sell, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Spell-like ability. We can use it to throw darkness. It's supposed to be a drow innate ability, because this game does not have a natural class or subclass for drow. They're using items to give me that natural powers that the drow should have. Should have drank a potion of lore instead of paying for the identification. Well, whatever. Buying a couple of potions and invisibility, a couple of hastes too. Maybe we won't need them, however, maybe we do. So, Western Tunnels. Someone needed help here. That's not where our mission is. Hardly matters. Might be important later on. Prison. Strange mining sounds.
Well met.
Ah, Belia, you finally arrived. I'm so glad to see you. Remember the old days at the academy? So, old friend. Risen, I didn't know that you are with this expedition too. Surprise, surprise. Well, my mother spoke to Matron Tedness. She can be very convincing, you know.
Sure, matron mothers of the high houses usually are.
Hey, that was quite a close one with the lurkers, remember?
It would have been much less dangerous if you had examined the ceiling properly before we entered that cave.
Come on, who would have expected those lurkers hanging at the ceiling?
You certainly not. That's why we came into that bad situation. I hope you did learn something out of that.
Sure.
Come on, there's something. What is it?
Well, they made me guard commander, you know.
You. Well, your mother must be very convincing.
Anyway, there is a problem.
Tell me,
My men found strange noises in the caverns to the north, digging and picking. What would you do?
take a look at them and post some guards in the caverns. They must be monitored.
Let's monitor away. Wonder if something was supposed to happen there. Conversation just abruptly ended. Yeah, definite digging sounds. Doesn't seem like I can do anything about it now, though. Still, that's going to be trouble.
Well met.
We are securing the area at the moment. There is nothing new to report. The guards weren't exactly taking their job seriously there. I mean, if something's gonna burst through that, you probably shouldn't be sitting around. Maybe have some kind of a barricade, so even if you can't hold it and it's hostile, and it's always hostile in Underdark, you could at least delay the enemy so the actual camp has time to prepare.
I'll have your life.
Cavern mount to the goblin lair. Let's talk to the goblin scouts. Or not. So, let's get this show on the road then. No, pacify the goblins. And my character really doesn't give a shit how it's done. Lomir Ilfakir Kaluith Tlesh. Let me guess, she sends you to the goblin camp. Listen, many goblin scouts have been sent south to find more about the settlement. Few came back, but they reported a concentration of goblin forces. Expect heavy defenses and traps. I'm sure they've had time to dig themselves in. If you need aid, it would not surprise me. Then Calolith may be willing to accompany you.
I'll take that into consideration.
Shrugs and turns away.
Well met. Hello.
Calolith. Well met, Scout. They say you are bound to the Goblin Caves. We have orders to guard the boats, but Lomir is willing to let me accompany you for a price. Do you want my help?
How much is this prize?
About 500 gold pieces.
You're crazy. I don't want to buy you as a slave.
My sword will serve you well. I fought many battles, and I even was with Matron Bainry at Mithril Hall. I'm sure you will find a big amount of treasure down there, and you may keep every single bit. Let's say 300, just because I like you. I have 1,784. I'm just wondering why there's not an option to just say yes without the bargaining.
Um,
I certainly can afford it, and I don't see any reason why I would try it on my own. Yeah, I think I have some pride in my abilities. In that sense, I might, but at the same time, it's a totally pointless risk. As much as I value treasure and gold, it's just a means to an end to gain more power and influence. So,
I say 200, and this is my last offer.
agreed. You will not regret it. Lead on, I will follow.
You better do so.
So, what are you exactly? Draw fighter, true neutral, level 4. Yeah, great stats, very combat focused. I'm sure he'll be okay, great use. Decent armor class, decent amount of hit points. Daggers, really? Unable to view this companion's image. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be of great use. Can I rest? No. We can't use spells yet. Can I rest? Doesn't make much point of being a cleric if I don't have access to my abilities. Minor buffs anyway, shouldn't matter too much. We have a boat. Excellent. Should have changed spells. Say we have second level spells, which means we have disarm trap abilities. I don't care about him. So I'm just gonna buff myself. Let's go. And the first fucking shot that came our way is a poison shot. Lead to the rescue. I think we have cure poison though. And the bodies stay in the ground. Nice.
Back with you!
Goblin Elite.
Time to
Okay, doing quite well so far. Doesn't look like that big of an area. Yeah, they're prepared for us. A lot of goblins. Suppose I could try Sanctuary.
To the fight!
Should I cure him? Probably should, but this is our last antidote. Let's go, comrade. How does this work? They weren't kidding about the goddamn traps. And negative energy, we lost a point in strength. Not exactly a huge loss, but could have done without that. Do we get to the actual fighting now? Oh look, more traps.
Fall in step as you should. Hollow.
I can do this.
Fall in
What the-
step as you should. Hollow.
What the fuck did I say? There's
Fall
only
in
one.
step as you should. Hollow.
We can't gain access to the ranged combat unit. Everything is just a trap here.
To the fight. Give no quarter.
Come on, take it down.
Time to die!
How the hell can you attack? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're shooting at. I thought they were shooting at me, but no, definitely not. Mace +1. Immediate upgrade. Thank you very much.
Okay, using minor healing cantrips. They're shit, but might as well use them since I have them. So,
I can do this.
how exactly am I supposed to get through this? Well, shit.
Fall in step as you should. Hollow.
I can do this.
Should the shaman have the key or something? No, there's nothing here. Shit.
Back with you.
To the fight!
Fall.
I can do this. No quarter! I'm done with this.
Yep. Okay. Goblin main
Fall in
camp.
step as you should.
Daylight from
Hollow.
far above.
To the fight.
can do this.
Give you quarter.
Come on. Help with the fighting. There isn't too much we can do at this point. Just putting the Ultra Vision on, it certainly helps quite a bit in fact. More importantly, if we encounter some serious trouble here, we can just dump darkness on them. We can still fight with the darkness.
To the fight. Give no quarter.
We should be fairly secure with the darkness. Basically gives us 50% what would you call it? What's the game call it? Concealed. So every hit has a 50% chance of actually missing.
No quarter!
Good, good. It's concentration failure. I'm dead. Yep. Yep. I'm dead. Come out. You dumb son of a bitch.
To the fight. Give no quarter.
He basically turned his back on a goddamn road. Oh, I'm dying again. My stats are terrible now.
Back with you.
So the shaman is not our biggest problem. Constant damage from the range attacks is. Okay, not too bad. Do we have No, minor restoration. No, we do not. We should have buffed more. Use something to increase armor class. We certainly had the potions for it. I don't think this is quite yet done. We haven't encountered any kind of leadership character yet. What do we have here? Traps. But what else?
No, I can't do that.
Captured Goblin Scouts. Please, Master, free me. You stinking slave! You endangered everything with your foolishness. Get back to the camp. If I don't find you there, your pain will be unsurpassed. Get going, now. No, please, have mercy. Get out of my sight. Alternative option would have been just to let them go, but it would make no sense from my character's perspective. Anything else? Goblin females, goblin childs. Excellent. Some females and children have gathered in the southern corner of this cavern. Please let me go. Hold still and let me lay you in chains, slave bastard. No, please. Shut up. Same shit with everyone else. Just tasty slavery. Letting them go would be a massive risk. I don't see how that would benefit me in any way. Level up, on the other hand, very, very welcome. Elites. Okay, this is probably there where the leader is. What is this? Ah, is spontaneous cure light wounds? So it would use up protection from evil. Okay. Critical hit. Immediately did more damage than I have hit points. Not much you can do about that.
Yeah, this is terrible. Oh my god. We're gonna get slaughtered so badly. Terrible luck with the rolls, and I mean no one is hitting, not even goddamn remotely. Actually they don't look at... There might be special goblins.
Time to die! To the fight!
And no, we're having terrible luck. That's basically what's happening. Huge amount of misses, but I'm looking at the rolls. We're seeing 1, 8, 2, 6, 5. We're not supposed to hit with those. Actually, that was a good one. 21. It has a decent armor class, probably better than either one of us. Still, a single hit will bring it down. Goblin Shaman Quackschwat. Yeah, Gnurmak Chieftain. Okay. I get a little bit of a boost to my armor class. Okay, so there is spontaneous casting. That is nice.
There is nothing for you here!
Shaman is probably more dangerous. Shaman type characters are usually easy to take down, but if you leave them, they are an endless source of trouble. Chieftain looks like to be an elite goblin. Nothing really special about him. Gladiator Club. That's fantastic. Fantastic find here. It's better than what I have. It has the ability to stun a target. Medium armor of some sort. Okay. They're slightly encumbered. Isn't too big of a deal. So, what do we have? Gnormax armor. Medium armor +1. Anything else? Quantum missiles. Charges 32. Very nice. Can't use them. I'm seeing a huge amount of very interesting selection of items coming our way. That is sort of a problem, but in a positive sense. It makes me think that we might be better off multi-classing early on. Rod of Ghost, can use that. Mm, but not yet. It's a huge drop in abilities to multi-class, and we got access to the most interesting items so far. Yeah, I'm just noticing that the game is fairly free with the items it's throwing our way. We just rest and recover from these losses. So I hope so. I don't want to do level ups with attributes falling below normal. Okay. We'll stay the path with the cleric. I think with cleric it doesn't matter that much if we're going to multi-class or not. It's a very versatile class to begin with. Not sure having Cure Light Wounds makes any sense if we can do spontaneous casting. Same time, I don't particularly care about our options, so whatever. Third level spells, 3. Anything truly interesting? Negative energy protection. Immunity to all negative energy attacks, including supernatural ability damage and level drain. Well, that's generally good. But it's more of a situational thing. I'm going to carry it around constantly. Protection from elements, long duration, good protection. I want the find traps. What else? Divine Power. The caster gains the following bonuses. 1 extra hit point per caster level. Strength is raised to 18. If their strength is already 18 or higher, it is not raised further. And base attack bonus improves that of fighter of the same level. This is incredibly good, but it doesn't last long. Still, it's incredibly good. It'll be better later on. Dark Fire. Allows the caster to emulate a non-magic weapon. The weapon will do 1d6 points of damage plus 1 per 2 caster levels. Fire damage. Hmm. Lethal Warning might be good. The caster creates a small magical zone that can detect the passage of enemy creatures. When the field is activated, it explodes, doing 1d8 damage of sonic damage per 2 caster levels. So it's it's not amazingly good. That's not the point why I'm interested in it. It's that we don't have any area of effect attack, so there's a large group of goblins coming our way. Can't do shit about it at the moment. Well, summon creature 3 would summon a direwolf, which sort of solves that problem. I don't particularly want to play with summon creature at the moment. It would be the most sensible choice though. It's very good, especially now. It probably has 2 attacks per turn and a power attack. Blindness, deafness. And lastly but not least, I don't know. Yeah, Glyph of Warning. Our shitty fireball, basically. Not sure if the area is quite so large, but that's more or less what I'm expecting from it. Anyway, mission successful. Do I want to really kill the goblins? Suppose I could. We have the skeleton key now, so we suddenly can get access to them. There's a restoration scroll. Nice.
No quarter!
My attack does nothing! Fall in step as you should! Hollow!
Apparently, a skeleton key does not mean that we can access those gates. What was the mission? Mission complete. Yep. A decent start. We haven't been able to do much, but the dialogue options I had with
Fall in
the
step as you should!
drow leader of this group makes me think that there's a lot of potential there. It allows you quite a few different options, and it seems that you can basically make very poor choices there. Currently we have your typical drow and your goody two-shoes drow options. Might as well rest up. I'm thinking the strange mining sounds are gonna be trouble for us, sooner or later. So we might as well be prepared for combat at all times. Elia, so you come back from the goblin lair. Have you been successful?
Yes, indeed. I found lots of goblin scum and laid them in chains.
Very good. We had some trouble with our goblin scouts while you were away. Hurry and report to Mistress Win. Maybe she has another mission for you.
Very well, thank you.
I could treat the men as scum too, but the thing is, that sort of is a luxury reserved for any member of the noble family. Anyone outside the house, noble house, is basically worthless trash and looks like that's basically me. So I don't want to alienate my only potential allies here. Let's report our success and leave it at that.
Get on with it.
Ah, the scout returns. What was your name? I am Belia Ameliana. I trust you have something to share that my ears will find pleasing. Report. I found a heavily defended goblin lair. I led all of their females and young in chain after crushing the opposition. You please me. I am honored to serve, Your Highness. There's another matter that requires your attention and skills. Those wretched goblin scouts that were camped in the dead-end tunnel to the north dug their way through the cavern wall. They fled into an adjoining series of caves. Follow them through and slay them all. Drow Patrol was already sent in pursuit of them, but they have yet to report back. Perhaps you can find information pertaining to their whereabouts, but this is secondary. You must find and kill those wretched creatures. Dismissed. I am on my way.
Hmm. Problems, problems, problems. I'm going to go and ask if there's gonna have been any developments on the digging sound front.
Yes!
Ah, Belia, how did your mission go?
You think I would actually fail? What's this I hear about problems with the Goblin Scouts?
A group of them managed to escape through a tunnel. Our mistress is livid. She sent a patrol out after them, but they have yet to return. They seem to not be as resourceful as you are.
A pity. Perhaps someone competent should have been sent in the first place.
I'm sure you'll have your chance.
No doubt. Let me see your wares again.
Definitely new stuff. But basically the same crap. Okay. We don't really have a luxury to not sell this crap away. I'm holding on to the wand of missiles for now. We can't use it. We probably never can. I haven't really decided on certain things yet. So there's at least the potential that we might change our mind. Okay, we have 16,000 gold. Nothing interesting to purchase. Maybe more potions. I'll buy at least the invisibility potions. They're fairly cheap. Maybe a few healing potions wouldn't hurt. Similar with the Barksing potions. Okay. No, not okay. Not even remotely.
Yes!
Got the extra armor. It's just a huge drain on our carry capacity. Okay. Still, that should be enough. And now we can enter the deserted camp of the Goblin Scouts. To a quick chat here, see if we can. Has there any progress been made with the strange mining sounds? Then we'll go after the goblins some other time. I am sort of curious where this campaign's gonna go. There are a lot of options. The fact that we're so close to the surface makes me think we're probably going to leave Underdark, which seems fitting because we are very low level if our purpose was to survive in Underdark. Okay, this looks like proper preparations in case something goes bad here.
Well met!
Elia, wait, I must speak with you. Calm down, what is it? Elia, the problem is getting worse in the western tunnels. Shouldn't you be there then? I instructed my men before I left. There are mining sounds behind the wall and they're getting nearer. You think there's somebody digging through the wall? Exactly. I tried to report it to Mistress Piwiwin, but she won't listen to me. What have you done to secure the area? I only have 2 drow and a small score of goblin scouts. They are set to defend the cavern where the noises come from. Draw your forces back and set traps in the cavern. Hold the tunnels where you won't be easily overwhelmed by superior forces. Good idea. Thank you, friend. I will hurry to get this done. Maybe it's nothing, but I don't see any reason why you would leave your rear totally unguarded. It seems Mother Piwiwin. She's no good. At the same time, I'm not sure if she should be. I mean, after you're in a leadership position over at least in a high enough of a position, you can't be expected to micromanage every piece of shit. So if you have someone taking care of the security, they should be the ones who are basically concerned about this. She might be the leader of this group though, so she should care, but yeah, but because she's a matron, female drow of high rank, she doesn't give a shit about what happens to everyone else. She basically wants to achieve things and doesn't really care how they get achieved. So I think it makes a lot of sense for the guy who's the reason who's responsible for this to take matters into his own hands to make sure that it's more or less secure, simply because he's going to be the one who gets blamed no matter what. It doesn't matter if he brought it up earlier. If he doesn't actually make things happen, he's going to bear the responsibility. I mean, what are his options? Blame Pee Win? Yeah, well, she's going to be the one who decides who gets to die because we screwed up. So Rizen's position is terrible. There's no way he can complain to the superior, so either he takes matters into his own hands or he's screwed potentially. Still, we're ready. And we seem to be keeping our companion.
Unworthy foe!
I'm not exactly doing great, but okay. I have a decent armor. A nice weapon now. The daze is very good effect. It says it has charges, but it doesn't really have charges. Finger protection. And a decent amount of buffing potions.
Unworthy foe!
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing basic inventory management at this point. Sort of head off problems before they become real problems. Every blue, what is this? Green or blue potion is going to go into the last page, and every buffing potion is going to go to the page before it. This way we can keep things in a certain kind of order, and if we need something, I don't have to skim through a lot of inventory pages to know where it's going to be, or where it's supposed to be at least. Okay. It's not much, but it's something. Guess spell scrolls go to this. I don't care too much. We're probably going to sell a lot of these spell scrolls anyway. I might want to separate clerical spells. I still have to think about the multi-classing thing. I'm sort of leaning going against it though. With some other class like a warrior or thing like that, I would definitely take something that can use scrolls or magical items. But with a cleric, I think we're okay just focusing on being a cleric.